In media, growth can be unpredictable. So, what does it take to deliver 5 consecutive years of it? Today, we're looking at how Zinc Media has built that consistency and where the next phase of growth could come from. I'm joined by Mark Browning, CEO of Zinc Media Group. Mark, welcome to the watch list.
Thank you.
So, Mark, tell us, Zinc has now delivered 5 consecutive years of growth across key profit metrics, which is a strong track record in a very competitive sector. So, what do you see as the most important strategic driver behind that consistency, and how are you building on it to sustain momentum going into 2026 and beyond?
I think the single biggest influencer on that growth is the fact that we have diversified our production portfolio by product. We make content for brands and businesses. We make TV commercials. We do entertainment production. We do factual television. We do brand and corporate work, and we do events, all held into a promise of telling stories about life on screen. So we've got product diversification. We've got genre diversification, geographical diversification. We are in the US, we are in the Middle East, we're in the UK, and we've got price diversification. Some of our big shows are $1 million an hour shows. Some of our small productions are $50,000. So we have genre diversification, product diversification, geographical diversification, and price diversification. That has given us the ability to be resilient and to be able to follow the market opportunities. That has meant underlying, we've been able to do 5 years of continual profit growth.
And so, looking at some of those growth areas there and where it's coming from, you're seeing traction also across IP, international expansion, as you mentioned there, and AI related projects as well. Which of these areas do you believe has the greatest long term potential to transform the business? And how are you prioritizing investment across them?
I think there are three that will drive our growth over the next 3 years. IP is where we take our owned content, intellectual property. We sell it. We've launched our own international IP distribution business, but it's not just taking those programs, it's also making new IP direct to consumers. So there's IP exploitation rather than just IP sales. So that's definitely a growth area. We grew at 52% last year in that space. That will continue to do well. The Middle East and the US are now on our watch lists. We've had a business in the Middle East for 20 years. We've had production offices for 10 years. We're growing at scale quickly there. That market, putting the war aside, is growing at 6% per annum. The UK is growing at 1% or just under. So that is a big space for us where we can bring the full firepower of the group, whether that be event production, whether that be digital production, television production, whatever it happens to be. And the third space where I can really see it going is AI related work. We are a production content company. We make whatever we need to see on a screen. And actually in the last 12 months, we've gone from nothing to £3 million sterling, making AI related content, whether that be an event for the AI business, whether it be a TV commercial, whether it be a brand or learning film. We can make that kind of content. That's a boom sector. So I think those would be the three areas where we will see. We've targeted 10 million UK sterling, and I think that could easily be 20. But we're being modest in the marketplace and seeing where the growth might come from those three pillars.
And so, with all of this strong pipeline already in place, the focus is going to turn from execution into conversion. So, with around £30 million secured or advanced and a further £28 million pipeline, what gives you confidence in turning that into profitable growth? And where do you see the biggest opportunities to outperform in 2026?
So conversion is the key thing, as you say. With 30, we're confident of that 30. The critical thing is, can we find another 15 from that 28, 29? And the thing that gives me confidence is the conversion rate between mid-February this year and last week, when we closed those books for our annual results, is we've converted 50% of that pipeline in that period of time, compared to 34% last year between the same period of time. So that gives me confidence that actually, and production is fairly lumpy and bumpy, but if you take a period mid-February to mid-April, our conversion rate has actually been higher this year than last year. And last year was our strongest year. So that's a really critical data point that gives us all hope in the stormy headwinds that we're all in. And that extra revenue, we get ourselves up to our forecast of between 40 and 45 million. That's the bit that will drive the profit. Because our margins are holding up well at 40%. So we find that extra 10 or 15 million. That's where we'll find that extra profit coming from. And look, who knows what the world throws us. Every day, rather, we open our phones up, we find some other crazy things happen. No one quite knows. We've just got to simply go forward week by week. And if you take that time period, February to mid-April, and that rolls through for the rest of the year, we'll be fine. And that's what we've all got to hope for.
Well, fingers crossed, all the best. But it sounds like this is a story of sustained execution now, supported by a growing pipeline, where the next phase will be defined by scaling high margin areas and converting that visibility into continued growth.
Entirely right.
Thank you so much for your time today, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Once again, that is Mark Browning, CEO of Zinc Media Group. For more on the company and its results, visit zincmedia.com. That's all for this episode of The Watchlist. I'm Ricky Lee. Make good choices today.